All these clones, we the original.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
So don't be shy by the lights and all the cameras, because a lot of people be like, but it's a lot, mate. Like, I ain't never seen this, that, but it's like, that's just they very yeah. Hey, for real. So like, get used to this kind of treatment, because I feel like y'all on your way, for real. But welcome to another show of Erryting Kool. And to the left of me, well, first, we have this beautiful display in the back, and we have a very up-and-coming legendary crew on the left of me. But first, I'm your host, the niggas of Nassau, St. Anton Alexander, Lord Jalen Willard, joined by the party in the backyard, PG, as well as, although, Chris, would we give it, what nickname? We could just say Chris for now. Yeah, we're going to introduce Chris fully at another time. But let's just cut to the chase. Now I want to introduce y'all to, I don't even know, how should I introduce y'all? Like, let's say the legendary. I mean, y'all legendary in a short period of time. But we got the Curb Side Rockerz in the building right now.
Everyone's favorite band.
Everybody's favorite band, the Curb Side Rockerz. So introduce you. Let's go down the line. Introduce yourself. Into the mic.
I'm a steel drum player. My name is Vince Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I play the steel drum and some other drums. A little bit of rapping here and there, but
Okay.
straight music.
I'm Leo, the piano man.
The piano
beat producer, make all the beats in the background.
Oh, so you would be the one who be producing.
The beats,
Oh, the
I
secret's
make side
out.
beats on the side too.
Okay.
For the artists. And this the OG song, man.
The OG.
Yeah, I'm James Pratt.
James Pratt.
Yeah.
AKA Jimmy
Shaw.
Pratt.
Yeah.
The soul man.
The Saw Man. So on every episode, we like to have a special segment. We like to call this the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying of the day. And usually we give that pleasure to our guests to give us the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying of the day. So I'll give you all the option to give us that statement.
The word phrase for the day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Greatness. I don't know.
Oh, but Bahamian, okay, what's the Bahamian version of greatness? Oh, that's solid? Boy, you hard way. All right. So the Bahamian word phrase is saying today is "but you hard way." So tell us what that means. You can bring it. All right. So tell us what that means specifically.
Boy, that's just like you seeing something you ain't never seen,
Mm.
we Bahamians, we think we seeing it all, but When you see something, be like, way hard, boy.
Yeah.
You see this boy?
What?
I feel like that we get surprised like every day, like, yeah, but this ain't that because probably because we be like a lot of things is low fence. So it's like when we see something spectacular, it's like, oh, we really just hard to impress as people. So when we see something spectacular, it's like, but I ain't see I can't even imagine type of vibe, you know? Yeah.
But I can put it in a better version.
All right, good. Give it to us.
But y'all is the thing.
Y'all listen to I like that. So we gonna use one of them. So let's just jump right into it. So what is some of y'all early beginnings as musicians? And then how did y'all like collectively come together?
Well, we want to start with.
You start on that
All right. Like I'm a family of musicians.
Mhm.
My mom, dad, grandfather, aunt, everybody play like more like classical jazz or
Okay.
you know more like fine dining type of stuff, Great Cliff Sapodilla type of stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I used to do. I grew up playing in the hotels and stuff.
Mm.
And my Sapodilla, me and Vince met.
Oh.
We started like they hired us to work. Like I played 30 minutes, then he played 30 minutes. Cause he used to play separately on his own too.
Okay.
And then we started combining slowly, like 2 songs there. Next 2 weeks we playing 5 songs together and it just keep elevating.
Mm.
We started taking little jobs together then. But we still was like separate, but sometimes we just come together.
Okay.
And then the COVID came.
Mm.
And us being entertainers for the tourists. I crush our life.
Mm.
We ain't had nothing to do. I was washing car. He's playing game to make money. You know.
Playing game. Okay.
It wasn't going too good.
No, it wasn't going good.
We wasn't really elevating from that. So one day he hit me up like, "Babe, let's go by the food store and play." I say, "Man, let's go then. Let's try it out."
All right.
So we tried it out.
Which was the fruit store? That was the Fresh Market?
No.
No.
Cable Beat City Market.
Oh yeah, City Market.
Okay,
was the
okay,
first-
okay.
Was the first place
pop-off
we,
one.
Okay.
yeah, cross from technically like Sandals, cross from Sandals.
Yeah, I know which one.
Yeah. So we asked the lady, the manager. She was like, "Well, she might get in trouble for this," but she was like,
Go ahead.
I can't really authorize y'all to do that, but go ahead. I don't see the problem."
Mm.
And she never heard us play. When we started playing, that was it. It was over. And we got the real permission from the owner and stuff like that.
Mm.
It was going good. We was making like $100 a piece
Mm.
a day in the middle of the COVID, and that was November.
So I feel like y'all just started earlier than that though. So y'all really just came on the scene in November?
Yeah.
Mm,
Curb Side Rockerz.
in November.
Why I feel like y'all was around from like March or
Oh, I
like
didn't feel like that. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like that.
Feel like
Because
that.
our
Yeah.
chemistry,
Okay.
it looked like, boy, these guys been around for years.
Yeah.
And then
Pop off,
we
man.
started getting little jobs, and it was just me and him.
Hmm.
And Sawman came. He came to one of our jobs. He's working at Frankie's,
Mm.
and
That's the
he-
time when he scraped the saw on the Gabungi.
no,
Hey,
that's
you
little,
get that
that's
too?
little further down.
Further down.
You get
That one.
No, I
get
seen
that
it
too?
on your page or seen it on someone's page.
Yeah, he do that a lot.
Okay.
Tell him we gotta wrap it up, you know. Anyway, let's keep it PG. Let's
Okay.
keep it.
Keep it nice.
All
But
right.
yeah, he just came to us like, "Man, can
Yo,
I scrape the saw with you guys?"
Okay.
Vince, tell it, man. Tell it.
All right.
It is funny. He just came me like, yo, guys are great, man. Can I scrape the saw with you guys? And
Okay.
I look at the saw and I look. So I'm like,
Mm. He's like, all right.
alright.
All
It
right.
ain't good.
Aight,
It ain't
cool.
good. And then when he strike up,
When he strike up,
that was it.
it was over.
Start busting the wiggle.
Oh,
I
man.
say, oh yeah.
Yo, it was over.
I say,
after
Vince,
that.
we can need him.
Mm.
You need them.
But I can give a better version, you know.
Okay, give us the better version then. Let's hear it.
Well, it's hungry to scrape that song.
Oh, okay.
Man, I travel all around, all Michael, and I ride a bicycle.
Can't find no one.
Can't find no one.
No bond.
No band. I used to play with the New Wave band.
Okay.
And after they gone one way, I just wanted to scrape the song. When they gone over fish fry and I meet them. Bang, they say, oh, the Lord bless my heart. I said, man, can I scrape with you all, boy? You look at me, you look at the saw, then you look at Vince, then look at the saw, then Vince look at him, and he look back at Vince. And he say, okay, man, all right. Oh, and they played the right song. They played the right song.
Oh, what song that was?
What the song that
That was a Beeman song.
Beeman song.
Okay.
Costello Oli.
Yeah.
Veronica Bishop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that's all they need to play.
That was his
And,
debut.
yeah. All they had is all. Then they started scraping. He said, yeah, I see them looking
Time
at
now we
Mary,
playing
you know.
on the set, and I'm like, yo, you singing this?
He looking at him, he looking at me, then one looking at him, he looking at me, he looking at him, he looking at him. Then he
was
pointed
nice,
over.
man.
He say, Vince, listen here. We need that song, man. And ever since I was playing with them.
So at what stage y'all was like, bro, we used to Curb Side Rockerz?
Oh, okay. So that was before he came out.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
That's
do
the
it.
reason
We
why
was
I
by the food store.
Yeah.
West
by
Ridge.
Wendy's Plaza.
West Ridge.
Yeah.
Out
So
west.
super value.
Yeah,
Right.
super.
All right.
Yeah, we started the Brown Joe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So this was y'all didn't have Curb Side Rockerz just straight out the box.
no,
No.
We had
We had
Tell him how you all get
Vince
that.
and Leo.
just Vince and Leo.
Yeah, just tell him how you all get that
and
song.
then the lady.
The needle, yeah.
It's like it's still
It
like
was-
the times when the
was
food
a-
stores was packed.
Right. It
Yeah,
was
and the
a
line
long
was-
The
line.
yeah,
line
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So the lady was like, "Oh,
was
y'all
way to the
sound
back.
good.
Mm.
What your name is?" We say, "Boy, we ain't got no
We
name."
ain't got no name.
We say, "We ain't know." She say, "Man, y'all should name something like the Curb Side Rockerz."
Oh.
So
Well, you know when she
we
see this.
ain't say nothing, you know. And then later he come to Vince and say, "Wait, the Curb Side Rockerz sound good." You know?
Yeah, for real.
we need a name, you know. We can need a name. And he's
That's
like,
you
"Yeah,
know,
yeah, man."
that sound good. Curb
He wasn't
side.
too sure about it, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Nah.
But we ain't got nothing else in mind, so
So we just run with it.
yeah.
Mm.
So we still looking out for that lady. You know, we ain't seeing
Yeah.
her since.
She might come up at some point.
She gotta
Yeah,
come,
who was the
she
lady?
gotta come for 10%.
Yeah. Because I was like, so when I heard it, came across the name, I was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense because okay, y'all rocking curbside, y'all popping up to different grocery stores, and like I'm like the name stick. So when I saw y'all in person, I was talking to Isa Bayman because I didn't know the owner, but I knew her cousin, and we was talking about it. Y'all was playing. What Lil Baby song was that?
Whoa.
Whoa, y'all was playing Whoa, and it's like, baby, Bayman's holiday. I say, bro, I look at it, I say, babe, when you see the world open up, babe, they out here, babe. Because I was like, babe, they dread now, and they doing this. Why everything's still locked down? Imagine they had a regatta festival and you could park out the crowd and thing. I was like, wait, it over when the things open up. So I was like, yeah, and then like seeing y'all performing, people grooving and following y'all on Facebook and Instagram, I was like, all right, this dope. I gotta bring them on Erryting Kool.
Everything cool.
Yeah. So I've seen other musicians sort of like collaborated with y'all. Like, so y'all are just open to like, hey, someone say I want to bring my saxophone or flute or guitar and jam with y'all for a quick sec. Like, how do people like go about that?
Everyone that perform what you seeing, they like close and personal friends
Okay.
or people.
Because I
trying
saw.
to add to the team because we trying to expand
Mm,
because we so much high on demand.
mm,
We need more curbside rockers,
mm.
but we gotta make sure they performing to the
A certain
curbside
level.
rockers name.
You know what I mean?
So it's gonna take some time. But I mean, yeah, anyone could come out and jam, play with your favorite band.
Yeah, because I
Sing
saw
with your favorite band.
You know what I mean?
I saw Gardner. Yeah, Gardner was playing with y'all like last week or week before.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's our boy.
Shout out.
All right.
Trying to get on a couple jobs. Yeah.
So, basically, because we in a pandemic. Well, I don't even feel like we in a pandemic anymore because it's like from everybody just like, but it is what it is. Yeah. You get the job, you don't get the job. You catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. You live, you live. You're dead, you're dead. So, why would y'all felt like, well, how has it grown? Like it sounds like everything has grown exponentially. Like, okay, y'all started with idea, and then now y'all doing shows in 04 being Life Again. So how y'all like reaction? Like, what's y'all emotional range as it comes to that? Like, y'all just taking it in with stride, or y'all just know, wait, that's where we belong.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, we've been separate and we've been doing that.
Yeah, we've
been playing in nice places, so this ain't nothing different. It's like something with old us. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but you gotta,
but it's
keep it
still
humble.
humble.
Yes.
But
Keep it
I mean,
humble.
it ain't nothing new. It's new for us as a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it don't matter. I can be playing in Being Town. It feel the same way.
Okay.
I just want people to enjoy themselves, and I want to enjoy myself. So once I able to grow, once we able to grow and maintain our life, we good to go.
Because what I saw, even though the pandemic sort of stopped a lot of people from eating and making money, what I saw was a lot of people got somewhat innovative, and and you guys was like, okay, well, we musicians and there ain't no tourists. Let's get innovative. So
we had to change our whole play style.
It's amazing what a human could do when they back against the wall.
Because you playing for the tourists, you playing more stuff like what they familiar with. Then you gotta switch it around now because Bahamians
You're playing for the Bahamians.
Bahamians ain't even, I wouldn't say they ain't into the rake and scrape too deep, but like in our set, our edge bracket, they ain't too deep into it. So you gotta switch it up, put a little twist here and there on it. And that's what gives it that feel and still keeps it Bahamian. You know what I mean?
I actually like it more because now we could play more songs that relate to us.
Because I was saying, one thing I noticed, I was like, they figured out a way how to evolve rake and scrape, and they didn't really even know it. Like, for real. Because often, I've been having this conversation for the last, 4 years, all right, with the evolution of Bahamian music. What constitute as Bahamian culture and Bahamian music? Okay, you have artists like the Julian Believes and the Wendy's and Dysons of the world, and then you have the traditional rake and scrape artists like the Gino D's and Avi's. So we always been asking ourselves, what's that next evolution of Bahamian music? Is it that, before you had in our age range come up and be like, okay, we're gonna be rappers and R&B artists, but then you slowly what you saw, wait, that ain't gonna work, bro, because we gonna be like everybody else. And then we sort of adapt the reggae and soca sonics, and then we see like, all right, that could work, but not really because we can be like everybody else. So I always say the next evolution, like a junkie music and rake and scrape music, is becoming more digitized to where everybody's music went from how it's archaic stages and then it got some modernization to it. So I want y'all to speak to that in particularly, and what y'all feel like, because I didn't saw, there's no one ever hear I saw scraping to Lil Baby. Whoa, like who would think to put them two things together or anything else like that?
True.
Boy,
I believe the difference is, right?
Uh,
I used to play the release band with no uniform.
Okay.
Right? But listen, man, do you script your song? He said, yeah. You go on the back side, go on the back and bring one. Make you buck. He said, all right now. He's playing in C sharp. I said, all right, let's start.
All right.
I got to go to C sharp.
In the saw.
In the
So you go to C sharp and the saw.
B flat, A, C.
These things.
These things, right? I feel like taking saw at a different level and scraping. Every saw scraper cannot scrape with certain music. I scrape to any music.
Because I was going to ask you, like, as a more so elder statement, like how you feel you scraping and these younger guys playing more modern music.
Oh, I can scrape to them.
So because I was like, you know, that's why I like your dynamic, because you more so, because, you know, the older school, like, but I want to listen to this rap music and trap music and this and that or whatever. But you just be like, wait, whether it's soca, whether it's R&B or what, I scraping regardless.
Let me tell you. You know why he don't care? It's the gals for him. What are you gonna say? Oh, gals just booty shaking.
It's gotta be the thing.
Yeah, man. This song sound good. This is a good song.
Oh, man.
Because you bring that story, man, bring that story, put it right there. Great.
No, that.
They scrape.
Oh, man. So okay, so you was scraping.
Oh, I scraping for a very long time. I scraped
Okay.
for 30 years. I was a builder.
Okay.
And I give that up to scrape my saw. After the academic, you had no job. So every time I had an old saw, I used to be on the roof. And when I say waking, I got the crowd around the building where they building. Because I behemoth or nothing. That's me.
Okay.
All right. I love my behemoth music. I love my rake and scrape. All right. But the rest of the scrape is a screwdriver. A screwdriver only give you one tone.
Tell him what you scraping. Tell him.
Bicycle spokes.
Oh. And you made that yourself.
I made this myself.
All right.
And I just break these up the way I break my saw.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't break for this year. I didn't break.
He's need 4 days a week.
I need 4 days a week. And
He's
I
need
but
he's
three
need
saw-
a saw a week.
I saw a week.
Telling you.
So that's for
least-
4 saw a month.
A month.
Yeah, this one long though.
Yeah, this one long.
He's
This one-
break them in half.
Yeah, because I saw in the video where
But
I
I'm
was saying,
warning, you know.
He cost that. He cost that.
Wait,
Vince cost
tell us
that.
that story, because I see on IG, man, my boy break the saw. It's like, man, what like you was cranking, because you be cranking the saw and up on one leg, and I was like,
Pulling it up, pulling it up.
yeah,
I had 4 days,
okay,
4 teeth, right? He's playing by the foot, so 2 teeth break out. I say, man, Vince, man, the saw, man, I ain't got no teeth. Vince, you don't worry about that. Break the saw.
Break it.
Break it.
Cut it in half even.
So for me to get that sound, I got to make those movements.
And
And you know what I mean? And so when I ball the saw up and let out and then ball it backward this way and snap it, I said, man, Vince is going to break. He said, man, break it.
Break it.
Because
Come on.
with one key, I only get to get, so I have to use the traveling in the bass.
Yeah, pull the
I
letter.
had to pull out all of the saw because I only had one key. Boy, look at one part going down next way, next
be
part
hot.
going
They
the be hot.
go on fire.
These here sometimes got to soak these in water. Or take,
that's what I was gonna ask, if you put the saw in water.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you bend it,
yeah.
yeah, they be running out.
That's
If
steam.
you see current was to go off,
I don't put the.
all right,
Yeah.
if current was to go off,
Uh-huh.
right, and I scrape my saw, you naturally see sparks. You can't bring no gas and thing around me. No leaking gas tank or nothing like that. We'll blow up.
You really said that.
Oh, yeah. And everybody loved the saw. I don't know why.
Because I think one thing about behavior culture, and I was working on like a mini doc a couple of years ago with Collect, when they was doing their Let's Celebrate campaign, and we went to Cat Island for their Rake and Scrape Regatta. When was it?
That was last year.
No, this was like 3 years ago. This
3
was
years
like
ago.
2018.
All right.
All right. So, and we interviewed the Lassie Doughboys,
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying, you know, just talking about why they love rake and scrape and things like that, and how rake and scrape need to be taught in the schools. And I was like, but I ain't gonna lie, when am I having a rake and scrape band? Like, you know,
I'm telling you.
They
that
have,
look like
they
fun.
have one, you know, Lou Adams' son has a rake and scrape band.
Okay.
A rake and scrape, a bunch of young students, because they're supposed to go there and
They play the saw?
yeah, they play the sword. And they good.
Oh, I never see that.
Yeah, they good. It's about 10 of them. The whole front line is sauce.
Stop that, man.
Yeah, man.
What? So
When they had the soul rating contest, when they had the last year regatta out to Mount Q.
Oh, was it the best week?
I believe so. They had some students out there. They had an orchestra, the whole orchestra, drums and cowbells and a whole line of saw scrapers. But I was scraping in the audience, you know what I mean? And they had a saw scraping contest too. But one fella come did one saw. He was good. He come with electric saw, but he didn't know my saw was a double saw. I put 2 saw on him.
He does this thing where he do, like the saw.
I
like
put
a
one saw
triangle,
here.
one saw there.
And one saw here, and I scraped 2 saw one time.
Serious.
All right.
Low level, high level.
That's how I had to overpower him.
Like you ever see when performances guys have like 2 keyboards.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I scrape your 2 saw. And then if I run hot, if another one beat, I scrape the 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
man.
But I think that's just the overall. When I feel what is the main leader, the Lacido boys, like rake and scrape dying out. But like I say, evolution, we have to either adopt or die. So what's how you take it from, okay, you've been doing this way for 60, 70 years. How we take it to more to the mainstream. And obviously you have to modernize the music or even learn how to play original music or put a different spin on it and then take the social media presence and show it. That's why, specifically I made the Junk and Trademark to somewhat take Bahamian culture to the more so digital age, because it's a lot of gems and jewels we have in these 700 islands that nobody know about. Or a subculture where it be Junkunu, rake and scrape, regatta with the sloop sailing and things like that. It's like, right, like if you highlighted these things and push it to the world, like, because we often think when we make something there, we only have to sell it to Bahamians, and that's not true. Y'all could take y'all set up and go on any like Disney cruise line up, the people jamming. They just like, but I ain't never had a steel pan with the salt or whatever. And and then you have the music and it's something that we can relate to, but it's a different spin. And you be surprised how people quickly to embrace it because everybody looking for new culture. Everybody looking for what's new. Everything has already been done up to where, especially with music, the lines are merging. You can't tell me today you could barely tell me today what's the difference between like a hip hop song to a dancehall song, to a modern like neo soul or R&B, to a more so pop song, because a lot of them using the same
blending.
So with that blurred lines, everybody like, okay, what's the new song? Like, okay, when it was like 5 years ago, Tropical House was a big thing, right? But Tropical House was just dancehall with a little bit of ska music or whatever, but it was this whole pushback with dancehall because it was like, but we making music to where they copying it and they ain't crediting us. So we need to go back to the original state, or we need to change some things, how we do the business, whether it be, we copyright the music better or have better representation when it comes to the Grammy voids and things like that. So things have their evolution, and I think y'all right on the way. But we about to cut to commercial break very quick, and we're going to have more with the Curb Side Rockerz. And we're going to actually have them soon play, because Chris in the back of the camera ready to head us roll with the screen. We'll be back.
Hi, this is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from Erryting Kool, and this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Erryting Kool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com. Or you can slide in our DMs on Instagram at The Original People Network or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming.
So we back with the Curb Side Rockerz, but they ain't curbside. They on the couch of Erryting Kool. But it almost like a curb, because it's like, like I listening in and they right here and it's a wall and, you can set up. I feel like, once you have that vibe, Oh. Once you have that vibe, you can set up anywhere and play music. But
yeah, man.
before I ask the greatest performance, how do y'all pick the covers? Because you touched on this earlier about you crafting. I thought y'all just find like a beat on YouTube and then craft around that.
No.
But when you brought it to my attention, you be making the beats and then
Yeah.
y'all craft. So how do y'all go about choosing
The songs.
the songs to cover and then you sort of making like it's probably simple instrumental beat so y'all can play live?
I would say,
That songs we like.
yeah, the songs we
Or
like. Let's say
songs
like
we
we just
get a lot
riding
of
in the
requests.
car. Let's say we just riding in the car and be like, yo, what is this song? And then he'd probably know it and he'd be like, oh, that's this and that. Then me yuck out our phone, record it, and then we learn it. He make the beat for it, practice it. It's a boom. Like he like sexual healing. For real. So he like sexual healing. He was listening on the radio one day and he's like, yo, can y'all play this? Yeah, and I'm like, no, I can't play. I know it though. And then so we gone to the food store, practice it, you know.
Then I make the beat.
Then he made the beat, come back the next day, practice it. That's it. Then it just goes
We
on and
usually
on.
just try it out first before
Yeah.
I make the beat, and then we don't use it. So we like to see how it sounds first.
Right.
Okay, so how do y'all like whole practices at all, or is basically only if y'all trying to make new
Oh.
material?
We practice at the food store.
Oh. So y'all be listen, live audience, they when y'all be seeing them, they had practice. So that ain't even the real show
Yes.
for real, for real.
Yeah, so sometimes it be like that. Sometimes we just be practicing and you know, if you know about music, you would be like, they ain't playing it right. But then it still sounds so good. So
Yeah.
people
It
still
don't-
come
it
there.
You know,
don't-
people really think we playing off tape, you know, like, and we miming. We playing
Oh,
with
yeah.
nightclub.
Oh yeah, that happened before too.
We playing with nightclub,
Yeah.
and each one of us had to play
Separate.
separately.
Because they thought we were
We
faking.
thought one tape was playing, and we just, yeah.
For real, for
And I
real.
did-
Hold on, so I hear this is the steel bun,
Yeah.
right? How you could tape record
Real.
something and make it sound the same to the natural?
So acoustic.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
With the
don't know,
acoustics.
I can
They
see
must
them
see- they
say
must-
me because I'm plugged in straight to the speaker.
Yeah.
They
But
like-
it's like you can't fake. You must see have a world class, the greatest mixer ever for you to
What?
hear something with your naked air and it sounding like a tape recording.
Fellas say,
coming
no,
through
no,
that
no,
clip.
boy. Stop the band. Turn the music off. No, man.
Don't play another
Don't
note.
play it.
Wait,
Not a note.
wait, stop the
Wait,
beat.
hold on. Stop the beat. Stop the band.
Play
Hold
acapella.
I'm
Yeah.
Boy, I was laughing.
organist.
I ain't like.
Organist.
They run me out.
I'd have ran on too.
I
'cause
say
it's like-
what?
You don't believe I'm playing this?
I put my shirt over my head. They say you want me to play? All right.
Blindfolded. I'll never forget that. Can't forget that.
No.
Oh man, that's crazy,
Yeah, man, we had some
Fellas
dance.
say we miming, man.
bro.
Everybody dancing on the dance floor. Cut the music. Don't play another song.
And that was in the Grove.
That's in the Grove. It's a spot.
Bro, it's only could be because it couldn't be in no real place to where they come up and be like, "Wait, cut everything."
Cut the music, boy. Cut the. I say cut.
No,
the
that was at a bar restaurant.
No, I'm talking about that could have been like no touristic destination
No.
or whatever. Because then nobody
Yeah.
could be like, some people have been like, bro, how you could mimic and record a sound, lies on a
Yeah.
steel band and a sword.
Boy, I seen it. I
I'll
seen
never
some
forget
games. I saw some people getting at me like they look at it. And they like,
The boss come.
he starts saying, "Yo, stop playing," and I just stop.
Stop playing.
And then he see it's not recorded. Yeah, I see some people walk up there and like look under it.
Yeah,
You
each
know,
one of us had to play
Boy,
I seen it all.
individually.
that night, I look at the owner. The owner look at me. He's like, he giving a SpongeBob smile like, yes, boy.
You're is the thing.
Yeah, we all-
You're hard. You're hard.
Same time next week now.
Yo, bro, we should start off your gigs. Wait, we don't. This ain't no fake recording. Okay, you start like you know how bands be like, you get a solo. Let's say the steel band. Like you know,
Yeah.
like this ain't real. This ain't pre-recorded. Nothing.
Mm.
Oh man, but that's
Yeah,
crazy.
man, that's crazy.
I can't even catch. Like, audience, how you could They still ain't get over that. I can see you saying you faking a guitar string or something like that. But a steel pan and a saw are two distinct sounds resonating on
Definitely
a
not
certain frequency,
the saw.
Like
He said that in the beat. He said
That's
that
the
is on
big
your
boy. That's the big.
Yeah. Just for me. Let me hear that me fly.
Boy, Leo got dead, man. Trust me.
I'd have been hard too. Because it's like
Look at his face, tight around the eye.
freak out.
I can play blindfold. Yeah.
Man. Get them.
Man, that probably would have been your greatest performance.
Oh boy, that probably was it.
I don't think so.
Okay, so because y'all practice, I mean, I guess that helps y'all to perform when it's really major gigs on the line.
That's
Because it's like if y'all working it out in front of people or whatever. So when y'all perfected, it's like nothing. It's like maybe then y'all see us tinkering with things, or whatever. So it's like
See, because it helps us because
I think that's just me.
sometimes we always when we working, we always invite the guests to sing a song with us. So sometimes we don't know that song, so then we gotta learn that song right there, right then. So
And it's another thing
I
too.
guess that's good practice for that.
And it's another thing too. By me scraping the saw, okay, it'd be a vast different when we playing on the job site. When we playing the full saw, that's a practice thing, okay. But when we play in front of an audience when we get higher,
On people time.
people time, that's a different show.
Oh yeah.
You don't see what you see to the full store.
No.
You don't hear what you hear to the full store.
We don't bring the mic to the food store.
You don't bring the mic to the full store.
No.
You didn't even bring the violin.
You don't bring the violin.
That's
to
the
the
No,
secret
full store.
yeah.
weapon.
See?
We just have it out there on display.
Yeah, we have it
But
done.
we
When
don't
you
let
see
your
me
boy
go-
play it out there though.
Oh, so you play the violin?
Me.
Oh,
When
you
see-
play the violin?
When you see me go, on job site, man, that's a different atmosphere altogether.
Oh yeah.
Trust me. And I believe they should now tell some of the guests them because I believe they be losing money because when the first guest come, you got about 100 other guests got to be standing because the first guest don't go.
Oh yeah.
They don't move.
Yeah.
They stay right there all night while you got a whole line on something.
Seriously.
And the majority is after walk off and go someplace else.
Because they just say with the Curb Side
Then
Rockerz.
Curb Side Rockerz, they on crazy glue.
What?
Now they stick to them chairs, but they don't move. They don't move.
I mean, I can understand the feeling because when I was at the bistro bar, like if you have great music and great ambience at a spot, you just like, I don't need to go nowhere else.
No.
Oh, unless I have to. Or whatever. Like, when I was at the Bahama Bistro, it's like, all right, they already have it set up to where, okay, on Doswell Street, you all got this little oasis where the floor sandy.
Son.
I eat the
I like
food.
that.
Beach sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it though.
I love them. I
The
like
beach dead far.
I like
Beach
that.
dead far, but you have this backyard feel.
You even walk in the restaurant, sign in the
restaurant,
restaurant.
In the
Inside.
dining room,
Yeah.
inside, it's sun.
That's perfect.
I
Guys.
say,
freaked me
wow.
That's the perfect guy.
That
see
freaked
what-
me out.
Yeah.
And they got such a large variety of food.
Yeah, so
in
you
the food
Shout out to the Beam and Beach
Shout
Show.
out to my
Yeah,
boss,
we
man,
love you.
man.
Yeah, so it's like
Lady.
the vibe, the ambiance. It's a nice day outside. I got my food and my drinks, and I listen to the music, and then y'all not only playing, but y'all entertaining
Entertaining.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Not just entertaining with the music, but
Mm.
y'all rocking the music. Back where you had music bands back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and not only they playing their notes, but they performing as
Yeah.
well, because that's two different things.
Mhm.
So so they people fully insane. You scraping, coming up to people,
Letting you scrape the saw.
so so that's so very interactive.
Putting the saw on the girls,
that's
Literally.
Entertainment.
Oh man.
Let's keep it PG though.
Be fighting. My time.
So The main thing is, so do the grocery stores like, well, how is their relationship with the grocery stores? Like, how do y'all choose? Okay, we popping up here today, that there today.
Oh, we pull up at the place and we count the windshields.
For real.
Yeah.
If
For
it's
real,
not
for
too
real.
much windshields, we go on to the next one.
To the next one.
We like. I can put this. We like attention.
Right.
Yeah, we like
We
attention.
We don't like to be bored.
I like, me personally like show off. I like show off for the song, right? And that's like my home sport is Michael Road.
We personally like Michael. Food store the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people are more alive there.
Yeah, man.
It is.
I mean, we have people live everywhere,
Everywhere we
but,
go,
out
but
there.
but the majority right there though.
Golden Gates.
Golden
boy.
Gates.
Oh, the Golden Gate.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying, because it's a lot of like rake and scrape, like sports in Jamaica that have like rake and scrape stuff, and then you have the farm all the way in the back
Yeah.
of Cowpen. So
Mm.
that's when you said you could have find a band and play. I'm like, that's probably the prime spot
The
to
farming.
find. Yeah,
I never
not just
been
farm,
about
but
that.
just that area, because like
Yeah.
City 2000 is almost like a second downtown. Basically, you could find anything on Jamaica Road.
I don't
That's
know
true.
about that. I need to check that out.
The farm,
Yeah.
Where that is?
the farm.
You remember?
I heard where it is
Yeah,
recently,
I
but
been.
I didn't know about it.
That ain't where we been on
I
Jackson
just
Road?
found out about it like 2 weeks ago.
I remember no farm.
Yeah, the farm is
I gotta
like
tell you about it.
basically it passed Anatole, and like you had like all the way in the back there, but basically they made
Yeah, right.
a hub for like, okay, it ain't no rake and scrape music. Okay, we gonna have this could be the hub for where everybody rake and scrape. But
No.
but I mean, I think a lot of sports bars started accepting bands, because it's like, but yeah, we got a DJ, but there ain't nothing like a live band. And if the band live, so you have like Fifth Place, you have in stations, you have all like the West Coast of Nassau turn into this like dive bar jump. Like when you go from Bahama back, is a bunch of sports people
Yeah, that's
be
true.
jumping through
Yeah.
from
Curly's and thing.
no, yeah, Curly is, you got all Compass Point, you got Cosmos,
okay,
you
yeah.
got all them, and then you
Mhm.
got not the farm, the plantation. We have
Plantation,
in
yeah.
Barnes too, and then they have
Love
that new
Beach,
spot.
Nevada,
Love Beach. And then you have that new spot where they open up where they always be parked out in front of Sapodilla.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
Sunset.
The Sunset Bar.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, people just can come, okay, that's a vibe. And when they hear y'all, because y'all basically have been like one of the best kept secrets in the Bahamas, they be like,
yeah.
all right, we gonna show up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trust me.
So y'all brought up a very interesting question. So y'all got your name during the pandemic because y'all literally had to rock the curbside.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
it's been questioned whether y'all should change that name. Actually, we got asked the viewers that y'all comment in the comment section below. Should they change it or not? I say no, because I'm like, wait, that's the brand now, baby.
Yeah.
When the pandemic over, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I would say, it's just my opinion,
Mm.
but I would say we shouldn't change it because it shows where we come from.
Mm.
Even our kids, the Curb Side Rockerz could last forever.
Mm.
This could be something to always mark that, all right, we was created in the pandemic, in COVID, something that our parents ain't ever see. This is the biggest tragedy that ever happened in thousands of years, eh?
I'd say in our lifetime. 'cause,
In
you know,
our lifetime,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Because
Yeah.
they had the
there's
Spanish flu,
but that was like
but that was
100 years ago.
like 100 years. So this is the biggest thing that happened like in 100 years.
Yeah.
So
Serious thing.
we can always remember this.
Yeah, and I think that's how bands get started. Like, okay, like let's say like the Bomb, because I've met like the various members before, and they started out wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. To, who led that? That's a whole different iteration from the original. Because
Yeah.
wake up early one morning is like early 90s, but who let the dogs up was 2000s with Rick
Yeah.
and Dyson and a whole different crew. So treading on that path and how y'all started is like, okay, it's always always room for improvement, because I'm always a proponent of growth room for improvement and expand. Like you take an idea and you say it ain't gonna be pigeonholed to where I from, because we live in a global market now to where, okay, Curb Side Rockerz, okay, you have culture events and carnival. Obviously, we ain't having those big events now because of the different gathering restrictions because of COVID. But let's say 2-3 years from now, when everything's somewhat back to some sense of normalcy, like, okay, yeah, we could go rock Atlanta Carnival, Miami Carnival. We could go play in Texas, Houston, Texas. Because this big, like, I know personally, there's Bahamians all over the world, and they fighting and thriving for some sense of Bahamian culture. And it's like through the internet, they could get it. So it's now it's okay, we hone our craft, and now we're gonna push it to the world. And it's like the sky's the limit from there. But on that note, so what's next for Curb Side Rockerz?
Well, right now we about to work on a little nice music video. We ain't gonna tell you all what's going on in it, but it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be a rap song.
Okay, so originally produced, or is it gonna be like the Dear Mama video?
It's gonna be something like that.
All right.
It's gonna be a cover,
Okay.
but it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, completely original.
Okay.
We gonna have some biker boys in it. That's
All
all
right.
I can say. That's he trying to get it out of me. And we gonna have a drone in it.
All right.
So, that's about all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Y'all
I
asking
didn't
me
like,
too much questions, man.
yeah. But I didn't like the
I
Dear,
excited. I excited.
yeah, but I didn't like the Dear Mama tribute because it was like, okay, y'all shot it in front of Parliament Square, and I was like,
you already
We tried to
Yeah.
use that one because it showed.
listen,
it
like,
showed
when you come
a
here,
mother.
I already do my homework, then
right,
see
right,
everything,
right,
and be like, all right, I get pulled from this, pulled from that.
all right.
So, well, yeah, I was listening to Dear Mama. It's like, wait, it's trash, or whatever. Like, I mean, especially how you slowed down the steel plan playing to where it's
Yeah.
like it's a slower RPBM,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay. And then who was the dude who was
Cameron?
Yeah.
That's one of our friends.
Oh, one of our friends.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, that's nice. I'm like, fine. Like I say, once they get more exposure, they gonna blow. like yeah, you know, because it's like so innovative. So so the music video,
We got a Father's Day video coming out
Okay.
too. We supposed to be traveling overseas in August,
That's dope.
Indianapolis.
okay,
But
that's
they
dope.
ain't want to count our eggs before they hatch.
Yeah, you know, that's
But
understandable.
yeah, because we had some experiences before recently.
Yeah. Where you say, yeah, baby, we gonna do something. and
Yeah,
then something
yeah.
happen.
Don't take no jobs because we want you all come over here.
No,
And boy.
Unless you put the front the money up first.
Yeah.
He say, man, I can't do it because I gotta pay for your COVID test and your plane tickets first.
Yeah.
We like, all right. So it's kind of understandable.
Yeah.
Still ain't follow through.
Need that deposit though.
Yeah,
We ain't
need
gonna call
that
no. We ain't gonna call no names though.
deposit. Okay, so but one thing before we wrap up, I wanted to ask about especially with the food market chains, they never like reach out for like, yeah, we can sponsor y'all in some sort of fashion, or and is that at the food market y'all get the more higher scale gigs like the Life of Key and Sandy Port gigs? And I like, how was that adapting that from playing to more of a local barefoot Bahamian audience to now we with the millionaires and billionaires?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
But I mean,
Like I
we
said,
love playing for anyone who loves
Okay.
music.
Okay.
So
And how does their
Uh,
reaction? Because
boy,
I mean, you know, we like playing for the millionaires and billionaires too.
Mm.
You know, they treat us nice, but
yeah.
we
So-
love the fun most of all.
Okay.
out of
The fresh market has been very supportive of us.
Mm.
They had us on payroll in the Christmas.
Mm.
So, you know, they very supportive.
Okay. Well, I think because there's always a cry by the artistic Bahamian community that corporate Bahamas doesn't support artists. And you know, from the recent incident in Freeport where they took down the mural of what's it? Caucasian in the sun. Yeah. I mean, it's a number of instances where Bahamian artists have complained, not just on the musical side, complained they haven't received royalties or they haven't gotten fair compensation for their work. Or like, it ain't support, like y'all trying to push. Is it the green economy or orange economy? One of the colors.
Right.
Oh, y'all want to push this.
Well,
but then it's like it ain't no support.
mm-hmm.
So like how y'all feel about, just getting overall support from not just from the common man, but from the big wigs, and then them allowing y'all just to show up to, hone your skills, people have a good time, and then y'all get your brand out there.
We haven't really received any support from the big man neither, but the small people, they supporting.
Yeah, they look up.
And I feel like the pandemic opened people's eyes, like maybe we need to take better care of our own.
Yeah.
Because, when it first kicked off, it was hard to get food. So maybe we need to start doing more with our people so we could be straight if we don't have no other resources.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because I think that's what it really came out from the local support.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's even shout out to my boy, the Pizza Boy. This boy basically started a whole pizza shop where the crust is made out of Johnny bread or whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, you can support Domino's or Marco. I mean, shout out Marcos because y'all the sponsor one episode. Still. But, the American brands, you go to purchase stuff from them every day. But if a Bahamian makes something similar and is more natively like grown, like you add a native element to it,
Right.
we should just support them just as much.
We should.
Because it's like
even more.
Even more. Because the money on a economical level, the dollar's gonna circle around. Because if I support you, who I know personally, you're gonna give it back to me or gonna help someone where I can get that dollar back.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm happy that, and obviously growing up, because I'm an artist myself in many fashions, we always say Bahamians don't support Bahamians, but y'all are the true evidence that notion ain't all the way true.
No.
Would y'all agree to that?
I agree.
Like I say,
I wouldn't agree.
I feel like it's the pandemic with opening people's eyes.
That's what it is.
I feel like, I can't say for sure, but I feel like if we'd have started this before the pandemic, we might have not been as successful. Maybe. I don't know.
not.
No one can really say. But I feel the theory of the Bahamians don't support.
Okay.
Because as far as artists, you can't never make it. Bahamians wondering why you can't make it as a singer or whatever. You have your own songs. You could never make it if you can't throw your own concerts. Concerts is the number one making money for artists.
Yeah.
Look at any artist. Drake concert,
Yeah.
a Lil Baby concert. Niggas, I can say niggas.
Yeah. I mean,
Niggas
if you say
is-
anything else, we could just put a splash or like a dolphin.
Niggas
or
has
something.
come over here and Bahamians is running to buy their ticket.
Yeah.
Then they say, Social Man have a concert or Bahamian Drake. See how much people buying that. But they'll pay that top dollar for the Cardi B and they run to get them tickets.
$100.
And got the Bahamians opening up. And then when the Bahamian artists even singing, no one singing the words. No one in the crowd singing the words. And when Lil Baby come out,
Yeah.
and Lil Baby come out, the whole crowd, he stopped singing and all. They singing it. And they on point with every word. I also feel like we need like a Bahamian BET or like, a channel where, or a YouTube page where like you got all the Bahamian
Music
say-
video.
Yeah.
I mean, many have tried before, but again,
the Timmy guy or something.
yeah, Timmy used to do that. Or whatever.
But he have this, I talk about
but
like,
he's-
just straight songs, not like interviewing them and stuff.
Oh, like
that.
okay, like a music.
Like where I could go,
You mean
I-
on the YouTube page and find?
I could go on BET and watch all artists. That's how I learn about them. I feel like I gotta know Bahamian Trey exists to
Yeah.
see him. what about the other guys? Twin them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to know your name to type you up on Facebook, on Instagram. I don't want to have to know your name because
Yeah.
Behemoths ain't known. So
That's
how you
true.
gonna know their name?
And the thing about it is, people have made attempts like Ordain and Timmy to make platforms to identify Behemoth artists, but again,
right.
the support ain't consistent for
It
them, so
ain't
they fade away
consistent.
and they go do something else.
No.
So like, that's why we use this platform to try to promote as much Behemoth as possible
Yeah.
and trying to figure out, how we can monetize this to stay afloat to where this be a main focus instead of just a side thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like overall, all around is, people need money and resources. And I think one of my missions was to really teach Behemoths, not just Behemoth artists, creatives in general. Okay, you creating this nice work, but how do you market it? How do you advertise it? How do you sell it to people? Because it's hard to sell people one thing. Like, it's hard for me if I take, let's say, this teddy bear or anything. It can be hard. It's hard to just sell one to be like, wait, buy this teddy bear. Oh, why you want to buy this teddy bear? Okay, I make it white. So it's like, it's hard to do that. So when you master selling that one product, then you can be like, okay, I can sell 2, I can sell 3, I can sell 4. But if you don't have no sense to understand how to sell one thing, obviously, then nobody can know about your product. You can have a great product, but if you don't know how to sell it, who cares?
Yeah.
So just understanding those components. But I feel like that's somewhat changing to where, because a couple years ago, I went to Soundwaves. I don't know if y'all heard the Soundwaves Music Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about
Yeah. So I remember they had this big festival in Abaca, Philosophy. I mean, by Park Radar and only Behemoth artists performing.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I remember, shout out Buford.
That's great.
He came and he was like, boy, I feel like I'm in the States because just as much black people as white people too. And it was like a mix on it. We feel like, because I used to live in Atlanta for like 5 years. He was in Halifax, Canada.
Mm.
And it's like, but it's feel like we back there. So it's like, okay, it is possible. And then when they had the next year, they had the festival at BNT. Same sort of audience. And obviously because of COVID, the crowd size had to small and they started doing
Well, that was last year. That was this year.
Yeah, they started doing it this year, but in 2019 they had a BNT. In 2018 they had it at Philosophy. And I mean, but like if you've ever been in the back of Philosophy where Life Icky is and see the area, just imagine that fully packed out.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they had a music festival, but only Behemoth artists performing.
That's
and
amazing.
like Judah, I think Judah had headlined that night. And then obviously, me having relationships with like Julian Believe, and like when he had his birthday 2019 and he had a party at Cash's Storehouse, again, big plus stage, and you had all the Bodine. That was MD's last performance before he got murdered. And like, seeing them perform and people rocking out to the music and things like that. So I think it's there, and the notion is slowly changing because we as a younger generation coming up and see the value in the creative arts. So we're like, all right, we can support our boy. Like, like another young artist, Giovanni, came up with an excellent project, like where you listen to this and you think this from the States or something, how just the sound quality of it. And it's like, but okay, dude's got the talent, dude's got the resources because you in school, you purchasing the equipment to make the stuff. Now it's like, okay, how do I sell this now? Okay, so you can't say because it Behemoth and low quality. Or y'all is Behemoth man and low quality. Y'all playing just as good as anybody else. So you can't complain about the quality. Nah,
that's how
like,
people feel though.
Yeah. Like, it's Behemoth.
Behemoth on.
Yeah. but it's like, that's why, I think Twin them and others have excelled is okay. You can't complain. It don't sound good no more.
Yeah.
No.
It's like,
You
okay.
don't even know that was Behemoth now.
Yeah. And there's always
Be like, but who this is? But
this a Behemoth? Like, yeah, bro.
I think sometimes you gotta lie and be like, no, but this your boy from Miami.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me get the details.
Yeah, and it be like that. But before we close, tell the people where they can find you.
All right, Curb Side Rockerz, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Curb Side Rockerz with a Z. That's right. We playing all over. You could just hit us up, DM us, find out where we at that day. Because every day we playing somewhere.
Yeah, nigga about to play here in a minute. But I just would like to thank y'all for joining us on another marvelous episode of Erryting Kool. Because, you know, y'all ain't had to do. Y'all could have been busy playing on somebody curbside, rocking it out.
Yeah,
But we
man.
really appreciate it.
It's all love.
So until next time, we can see y'all later. Yeah, you see. All right. So we still there with the Curb Side Rockerz. They about to give us one for the road before we close out. He really brought out the violin. For real. So we about to get into it right now. Here we go. And there we have it. Thank you, guys. Next time on Erryting Kool, check out the Curb Side Rockerz to near curb near you. Any curb, they pulling up. Any curb. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach.